UFC has just announced the full card for UFC Freedom Fights 250. I hope you guys are feeling patriotic because this is taking place on the south lawn of the White House, June 14th, 2026, to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. So we put together a badass fight card, man. Definitely, 100%. So I'm here to give my reactions to the full fight card here. Only 6 fights. And yeah, man, listen. All right. Just looking at this, right? Is this a good card on paper? 100%. They cooked up some good fights here. These two fights could have like main evented pay-per-views all on their own, right? Is this as big as they've built it up to probably be as like the biggest card like on a level of UFC 300? Probably not. Just looking at some of these matchups, it looks like we saw that drama of like a fight got pulled like the day before they were going to announce it, all that stuff, right? And just looking at this card, there are like 4 contenders for what that fight could have been. Like these look like the second options of so many bigger fights. So yeah, man, let's dive into this fight card here. We start things off with Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. I'm kind of surprised they're starting this fight off with him, but I do like this matchup. It is, like from where Lopez was as a guy, like we never thought he was someone that really like deserved another chance at the title again. So I think this is a pretty good decider. And obviously Steve Garcia is Mexican, so of course he just has to be on here. But he's looked good in his last fights against David Onama. This Calvin Kattar fight I was just kind of iffy on, but he looked really good in this David Onama fight. And so this is just kind of a fight to like really hopefully build interest and make a start of Steve Garcia. We're gonna talk a lot about like the perception of this card a lot through like the casual viewers as we go on here, but this is a pretty cool fight. I do think Lopez wins this probably a decision win. I think Garcia's has enough striking defense to kind of like survive, but I think he's gonna have a lot of trouble like kind of getting through, pushing a pace. I think he's gonna be on the back foot a lot. He does have some power behind his hands, but I'll struggle to really see him kind of like have a good fight against someone like a Diego Lopez. This is a big jump up in competition for him, man. They go from, like in Tapology's rankings, number 15 to fight the number 3 ranked featherweight is a big ask. So it'll be interesting to see how he can do against this fight. But this is a pretty interesting one. It'll probably be fun. These are two like Lopez will probably get a fun fight out of Steve Garcia, is what I'll say. So this one's not too bad. Up next though, dude, Bo Nickel. Oh man, is anyone like really that surprised? Really? I see people kind of always like talk about that, where it's just like, oh, Bo Nickel doesn't really deserve to be on this fight card. And I to an extent I agree with you, but like when he was on the UFC 300 main card, right? Like, are we surprised that they put him on the White House card? I'm not surprised at all. I can't even be mad about it. Some people are mad about it. I can't even be mad about this because like yeah, of course they're just gonna put Bo Nickel. I knew this was happening since the day they announced the fight card. Since the announced the fact they were gonna have a fucking White House card. It's like, oh yeah, Bo Nickel's gonna be on it. And this is a good matchup actually. This one's I'm actually pretty excited for. I do think it's weird they kind of went with a quote unquote step down in competition. Like Kyle Dawkins is 2 fights into his UFC return, right? And he has kind of like and just the level of like guys that he's fought, right? Michel Pereira and Gerald Meerschaert. Those are kind of guys that were on the come down a little bit, right? Bo Nickel is off of a win over Rodolfo Vieira, so I think it's kind of a weird matchup. It is an exciting one. It's a pretty entertaining one. I do think both guys are really good strikers, so I'm excited to see them kind of go at it on the feet. But I think Bo Nickel will just be a bit quicker to the punch, get more damage off, and if he needs to wrestle, he can. He'll take it to the ground, just grapple heavy, maybe get a finish there too. Yeah, man, it's not like I'm not surprised that Bo Nickel's on the card. I think people kind of need to realize that, like, yeah, he was gonna be on the card. Does it make this like one of the best cards of all time if Bo Nickel's on it? No, but in the UFC's mind, this is the American hero, and in the UFC's mind, this is the kind of guy they want to prop up as someone that casual fans that will watch this event can really get behind. This is like the all American, right? So this is just somebody, yeah, that they're gonna prop up and just say, hey man, like cheer for this guy. He's really fucking good at wrestling. So this is their American hero. To us, you know, to us, we all know he's just kind of like a pretty decent middleweight guy who has some decent striking and some pretty good wrestling. Even Bo Nick will fucking tell you, like, yeah, dude, I'm just here for the engagement. Like, even he doesn't even like embrace it like a Colby Covington does, which I'm surprised they left off the card entirely. But yeah, man, Bo Nickal probably wins this. Not surprised this is on the card. Not really that mad. I'm surprised he's not the opener. I'm surprised this is going on after Lopez. I would put this as like the opener of a 6-card pay-per-view, but it is what it is. I'm excited for this fight regardless. It'll probably be fun. Up next. Come on, man. Surely I've made the joke before that, like, yeah, dude, we're getting the fucking you're getting Roofy instead of McGregor. You're getting McGregor light here, Chandler. We can't get you McGregor. We're gonna get you McGregor light, and you're gonna fucking lose to him, man. You're gonna be slimed out cold again. It's weird because, like, this is a step down in competition for Roofy, and not the American, which is like I'm kind of surprised by. I'm surprised they didn't just like put Michael Chandler with like Bahamondes or someone, you know, like someone that isn't like just on that level. But no, they give him fucking Mauricio Roofy. I think literally just because they wanted to give him they wanted to see kind of like a Conor McGregor fight. But dude, Mauricio Roofy is gonna do such disgusting things to Michael Chandler. It's gonna be so funny. He hasn't been knocked out yet, right? Oh, he got knocked out by Wright from the ground. The exact same thing's gonna happen in this fight, man. Like, yeah, he's just gonna get like they're gonna go to the ground, and then Roofy's gonna get the ground and pound in, get the TKO stoppage there, or he could, you know, like just get a fucking flashy KO like he did over King Green. I could see that happening as well. I just think it's funny that why did they deal with this? I guess just because, like, Michael Chandler, I don't know, like, the casual perspective's opinion on Michael Chandler, if they just always heard him as like, oh, is he the guy that's gonna face Conor McGregor? So maybe they kind of think of him as a bit more dangerous than like he actually is. But no, dude, this guy's getting slept out cold. It'll be really funny to watch him get like fucking put to sleep in front of the president. But yeah, man, this is interesting matchmaking here. Good for Roofy for getting on here, dude. But it's just a funny one to have. It's very funny to make this fight. Up next, okay, this one pisses me off a little bit. Sean O'Malley versus Aiemann Zahabi. Because, again, another fight, another huge step down in competition for no reason. I don't fucking get why Sean O'Malley is the only guy that gets these fucking, like, boxing, like, matchmakings, dude. I don't know why they baby this guy so heavily. Because he doesn't need it. He is a good enough fighter. He looked good in the first, well, he lost, but he looked good in the first Merab fight. He can fight a grappler. He can fight a wrestler, dude. But no, we're gonna fucking we're gonna give you an immediate title shot again after you lost to Merab. Lose even worse. So then we're gonna put you up against Song Yadong, who is mostly a striker, right? And like number 5 bantamweight in the world, right? And then we're gonna put you up against Aiemann Zahabi, who is the 6th ranked bantamweight in the world. What are we doing? Like, this just screams to me that they wanted Petr Yan to be on the card, and then when that didn't happen, they're just like, all right, we'll give you an easy fight, Sean O'Malley. We'll give you Aiemann Zahabi, who I now have to cheer for because he's the lone Canadian representative on this card. So, dude, Zahabi has to win this. He's going to win this, bro. I'm calling it. It's gonna be a boring decision. They're going to be booing. The politicians are going to be fucking booing this guy. Zahabi's going to be soaking it all in. He's going to get the fucking win over Sean O'Malley. And I can't fucking wait for it, bro. You tried to nice yourself. You tried to give yourselves a layup. Well, fuck you, America. Fucking Canadians taking over, bro. Let's go, man. I'm going to be cheering for Zahabi so fucking hard. I'm not even a Sean O'Malley hater. But for this card, Aiemann Zahabi is my guy. And hopefully he can boring decision himself away all the way to the fucking decision victory, bro. Let's fucking go, dude. Up next is Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight championship. He's going for his, oh boy. Pereira's going for his 4th title. Which doesn't really count because it's interim. Gane's going for his second interim title. Pereira's making the move to heavyweight. He's never fought at heavyweight before. Gane is one of the best heavyweight guys in the promotion. I'm scared for Alex Pereira, man. This is a great fight. Obviously, they wanted Pereira versus Jones, probably, and I'm not even gonna fucking entertain any of that stuff that went down. I don't care about John Jones. I don't value his opinions on things. Do I think he might have been like underpaid by the UFC? Yeah, probably. Probably, yeah. So that's also like I guess kind of shitty of them, but like I'm not gonna take John Jones's fucking corner. Are you serious? He can go sulk in fucking bed for the rest of his rotting life. I don't give a shit. You can do whatever the fuck he's got to do, man. But I just hate both sides. All right, I hate like Dana White, John Jones. Like you're both. I hate you both. You both beat your wives. I hate you both. I have no respect for you. So I don't give a shit about that. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this fight, and I'm worried for Alex Pereira here, because honestly, Cyril Gane, his shortcomings are all wrestling wise. You know, when he fought John Jones, he was taken down easily. When he fought Nagano, he was taken down and out wrestled for 25 minutes. So I don't see Pereira coming at him with like that kind of angle. Pereira's of kind of a slow, methodical, powerful light heavyweight. And Gane, when you've watched him, if you've watched his fights recently, he's a very fast guy. He's very quick to the punch. He gets in and out of range extremely fast, especially for a heavyweight. And you know, he spams the leg kicks, and wherever you leave yourself kind of open and exposed to, he's going to target that to fatigue you out, and then eventually just take over and control you, put your back against the cage, and just fucking go for the TKO win. That's how he does things, dude. So I worry about that kind of stylistic matchup for Pereira, because when you watched his fight with Khalil, yeah, Khalil gassed himself out to get to that point, but Khalil was a very explosive fighter. He was coming in and out of the pocket. He was having success with the straight left, and he was making Pereira pay for his mistakes, like going for the kicks, which, you know, was a problem for Pereira at southpaw, which is what Cyril Gane fights at. So I don't really see, you know, for Pereira to win this fight, he has to be quicker than we've seen him at, cutting off Gane whenever he moves around the octagon at a weight class that he has never fought at, which, it's a big ask, man. It's a really big ask, which is why I've always said that Pereira shouldn't move up to heavyweight in the first place, man. I don't think has any light heavyweight moved up to heavyweight and had success? Genuinely, I don't think there has been. No one started out as light heavyweight and then went up to fucking like heavyweight and fought for like a title level. Aside from John Jones, I guess that's the only guy. But even then, you know, like he ducked like 3 of the biggest heavyweights in the division. So I don't know, man. I see Pereira having trouble here. I worry for him. Obviously, I want him to win. Obviously, you know, Cyril Gane has been very niced up by the UFC, but yeah, I worry for him. Finally, in our main event, wow. This is so fucking funny. Okay, so look, right? Obviously, when the UFC is going to sell this to, like, the American audience, right? Gaethje's their hero. Gaethje's the guy that has to... a lot of it reminds me, and bear with me here, but a lot of this reminds me of, like, Rumble in the Jungle type vibes, you know? It's like, can the American hero overcome the greatest odds of all time, win the title, beat the undefeated streak of the most powerful, heavy-hitting person in the division's history? Like, that's kind of the way they're building this up, right? Gaethje's Ali, Topuria's George Foreman, right? Thing is, though, I think Topuria wins this. Hilariously, it might just be it'll be a first round knockout. Like, okay, what could Gaethje do, bro? Wrestle him? Nope. Outstrike him? Nope. Cardio him? Nope. 10-7 over Josh Emmett. He's not going to out-wrestle him. He submitted Bryce Mitchell. He's not going to knock him out. He knocked out every single other person that Gaethje has lost to. Like, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? You'll do nothing. That's what you'll do. You'll do nothing. You'll do as you're told. Yeah, man. This is an ugly looking fight for Justin Gaethje, man. But again, I like the sell. I like what they're selling to me, right? To see a guy, you know, the common American man overcome the odds, the greatest odds he possibly could. I like that. I like that in a fight. It definitely intrigues me, man. and I think brings a lot of. I like the legitimacy brought to the lower weight classes. I like seeing the smaller guys headline these big events, which is cool. It's cool. So yeah, I think Topuria wins this easily though. I think he. I don't like again. You couldn't. What could you tell me? He's too unorthodox for Topuria. Son. All right. That's all you got to say about that. Um yeah, that's it, man. That's my reaction to Freedom 250. It's not that much to say, man. Just, it feels a lot like a boxing card, you know. You got the nice matchups for O'Malley, Rufy, Bo Nickel to kind of just shine. Even Lopez kind of really is just kind of a it's either like the Americans get an easy win or the Americans are going to try to like defy the odds, you know what I mean? So in that retrospect, in that through those lenses, I get the card they've put together. I'm sure with the right promotion, which is a big ask from the UFC these days, but with the right promotion, you can make this an intriguing pay-per-view for the average American that doesn't watch MMA to view. Like again, you gotta kind of hype it as like the Rumble in the Jungle type beat. You know, it's like, American guy used to be one of the best, going for his first title against undefeated, unbroken, like champion. Like that's how you have to kind of build it. So and he's not even American, so you better beat his ass, man. So I get it. It's an exciting fight. For I guess the average MMA viewer, it's still a good card. If this was on International Fight Week, this would be looking like one of the best pay-per-views of all time. I'm sure also the spectacle of the entire show will be really interesting too. I am kind of excited to see it from that place. Like for it to take place outside, hopefully they won't put a roof on it. Is gonna look really, really, really cool. I'm sure the lights, just the visual of the White House in the back will look very cool. Um, no one, I don't see anyone. I'm just thinking of that clip of Dana White saying they're gonna walk through the White House on the way to the octagon. I don't see anyone that's like a Muslim that was gonna walk his way through. But yeah, this is a very cool. It's a cool card, man. I'm very intrigued by this event. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but it could be fun. This will be, especially okay as a non-American viewing this. I think this will be just kind of just fun. It'll be whatever for us. June 14th isn't really anything special for us, so it'll be what it is. It is what it is. This is right by the end of fucking hockey playoffs too. Actually, what the fuck? I don't even have time to watch it, bro. I'm gonna be watching the fucking Oilers make the fucking win the Stanley Cup this year, bro. Huh. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the UFC White House card, UFC Freedom 250. If you want to see, I don't know what's coming up soon. What are my videos coming up soon? It's just some more stuff wrapping up the month of February. Some more regional MMA stuff. If you want to see that, you can subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comments section what you thought of this card, which fights you're excited for. If you are overall excited or disappointed by this card, let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, share, and give me some hype. It really helps me in the algorithm. And again, if you want to see upcoming stuff about like regional MMA wrapping up the month of February, some recaps there, some guys to be excited for in case they go to the Contender Series, you should subscribe to the channel because I will be dropping videos on all about that good stuff. That's gonna do it for me though. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.